Steve told you that he stopped doing stand-up because he had 7 TV shows. The only problem is when he stopped stand-up, he didn't have those 7 TV shows. He stopped stand-up because he got in a comedy battle called the Championship of Stand-Up Comedy with one Katt Williams in Detroit in front of 10,000 people and lost because Katt Williams said he was actually bald and that was a wig. And I went in and that's why he couldn't do stand-up anymore.
Stop bringing them kids to church, dropping them off at the baby Bible school.
You see that nigga had to take off that lace front high top fade before he came out here to battle me out there. I plays no motherfucking game, Steve. I'm a little nigga, I fight dirty.
The promoter told me about it in October. I shot it down. To turn this into some type of little beef, they ain't got nothing to do with me. Got a good little career going, go and get it. But you got to get this little career going about 20 years.
First of all, I'd like to say thank you to you. Because you didn't have to accept this. I don't know why people made this a championship. The second that you get off stage, that's your final time as the king of comedy.
2 kings, 1 crown, the championship of comedy with the original king, Steve Harvey.
This ain't the radio show.
And the king of underground comedy, Katt Williams, in his last comedy stand-up performance.
I don't know what Hillary was thinking. She thought she was just going to inherit the minority vote. Wait a minute, we don't know you like that.
Don't miss Steve Harvey and Katt Williams in his final stand-up performance. New Year's Eve in the Joe. Tickets on sale now.
Looking at my Gucci, it's almost that time. Ladies and gentlemen, I cannot wait to get to Detroit. I know what you heard. I know what people been saying. I promise you, they over-exaggerated. I am on my way. And if you like me, you should be there. And if you don't like me, you should be there.
When you've been the only giant on the stage, and you got to share a stage with another giant, there should be a sense of humility about that. There should be a sense of respect. And right now, it just ain't no respect. You understand?
First of all, I'd like to say thank you to you. Because you didn't have to accept this. You could have just said, no, I'm not going to do it. You have been the king of comedy as long as we've had one. Matter of fact, the whole phrase, king of comedy, can be attributed to you. And I am honored that you would allow me to share the same stage as you. I don't know why people made this a championship bout. And I don't know why you was okay with that. And I want to apologize for what's going to happen.
Who is this nigga?
But the second that you get on stage, the second that you get off stage, I need you to understand that that's your final time as the king of comedy.
What the fuck?
Water seeks its own level. You can't stop it, playboy. It is what it is. So I hope you're ready. I hope you got a team of writers. You're going to need about 6 or 7 of them.
Wow.
They're going to need a couple cups of coffee. They're probably going to need some illegalities. But the one thing that's not going to happen, you're not going to beat me. It's not possible. The only thing you could do is forfeit. And I know you must have been happy when it looked like Katt Williams wasn't going to show up. But anytime you count me out, you miscounted. I think you understand that. I want you to tell your people. I want you to put it on your radio station. I want you to let them know that this is a fight you can't win. And that they shouldn't expect it. And maybe you'll get on stage and maybe you'll tell people this is not a championship bout at all. Maybe you can pretend like this is just you handing off the crown to me. And then we can do it civilized. But I remember when you didn't even know who Katt Williams was. And you was on your radio station asking people, who is Katt Williams? It wasn't until you found out that you couldn't really handle me that you decided to be friendly with me. But as soon as you got the opportunity to think I was weak, oh, you got a little bass in your voice. Well, let me explain something to you. You can bring the nation. You can bring Rashawn McDonald. You can bring everybody who listens to your radio show. They gonna see the truth and its name. Williams. Consider yourself warned.
To be honest with you, Frankie, I didn't know nothing about this concept. When the promoter told me about it in October, I shot it down, because that ain't how I've ever promoted a show. You know, I've always been on tour with some real monsters, man. I toured with the Kings. You know, I've been on stage with Sid, DL, and Bernie Mac at the same time. It's always been a camaraderie.
Right.
You know what I mean? We're going out here to give the people the best show we can give them. And that's the way we've always promoted comedy shows. Now, you know, to turn this into some type of little beef, that ain't got nothing to do with me. That ain't how I do. Now, you know, I done heard all of the YouTubes and I done heard all the interviews and all like that. But that ain't got nothing to do with me. You know, you want to sell a ticket like that, knock yourself out.
You've sold out concerts. You both have had huge gate receipts. You've sold out concerts in this town for years.
Hello. And it ain't finna be no different tonight. And I ain't never sold them out saying I was better than this one or that one. I just come in here on my own strength. And so tonight at the Joe, I'm going to do what I've been doing for 20 years. I've been coming to town. Look, man, I came to Detroit when it was Aunt B's Comedy Kitchen. I did the opening night of All Jokes Aside.
That's right, I remember.
I done sold that Fox out. I can't tell you how many times.
Yeah.
So this here little beef thing that everybody wanna start, cause you wanna make a name for yourself. That's cool. Do you? You ain't gonna do it right here though. You ain't gonna build no reputation on Steve Harvey. So I've been doing this a long time. So now, whatever you gonna do is cool. Just do you going first.
You're going first. Okay.
See, it ain't you can't really pick a headline. But I prefer to go first. And sometimes ego makes you want to be last. I ain't gotta have that. I'm gonna do my same amount of time and walk off. Now you do you. See, I have nothing to prove. All I got to do is keep being Steve Harvey that he been for over 20 years.
Yeah.
Or walking out there on stage.
Yeah.
And bringing that sunshine.
Yeah.
I'm going to bring it. And I'm going to do the same thing tonight. But, you know, when you hear all the chatter, you know, it kind of, you go...
So it kind of hits you? Kind of like
I mean, it was
a little unexpected?
For what?
Yeah.
For what? But, you know, like I always
And we
say,
love you!
Bro, look here.
We love you!
Little dogs bark the most. Okay now. But now please understand that a Rottweiler that got off the plane last night in Detroit. Rottweiler been walking around the casino. I've been in casino gambling. I've been talking trash. I've been at Motor City. I've been dapping bros all night. I've been gambling with people with coats on.
And you know, and you one of those Rottweilers. I don't know much about dogs, but you know the caramel colored ones with the little pink nose.
Yeah.
The handsome Rottweiler.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The big one. But when he barked though, see, here's what my father taught me. The reason I ain't been coming into town getting all of this back and forth.
Yeah.
This is what my father told me a long time ago. Dogs don't bark at parked cars. You understand? They only bark at a car that's moving. But now when you run your little ass over there and you and the car stop, you got to get right back up on your porch. Because that car now, the car might start up again. Don't get your little tail mashed. But you know, it's like this though, Frank. You know, I always been real cool with Katt. You know, it should have been like this. You know, if you gonna take that angle, what you should have did was call your boy up and say, "Hey, man, look, I'm just gonna be selling some tickets. This how I'm gonna do it."
Yeah.
You know, but let me know, because if you're gonna use my name as the stepping stone, so you can, like he say, try to prove that he number one. You know, you're gonna use me.
And you're serious. This isn't part of the whole stick. This is what you're saying is not a part of the whole. You know, there's no script.
Ain't no stick. Dog, if it's a stick, tell the other sticker. Just tell me so I can play the stick with you. So I know what my job is.
Right.
I took my family on vacation, you know, I was out with my kids playing and stuff. You know, we've been hanging out. I come back, all this stuff on YouTube, all these interviews over Detroit, all these radio stations. I got family up here, friends.
Yeah.
You know, Steve, man, when you gonna say something? I don't gotta say nothing. I am the original Kings of Comedy. And I can go with that right there. Now, until you done sold them kind of tickets, move them numbers, and you done been on the stage with some more gorillas. See, it's cool when you've been the only gorilla on stage.
Yeah.
But I've been on stage with more gorillas. Multi-gorillas. See, you ain't, to go behind Bernie Mac, a person would really have to understand what it is to follow somebody that's out there ravishing the crowd. I mean, Bernie used to walk out there, man, and B was one of them dudes that walked on stage and was just like a, I mean, it was unbelievable. You know, we used to all sit backstage on the Kings and watch Bernie every night. Because we used to say, man, let's go out here and watch this train wreck. Because Bernie just took his train and drove it into you. Now, whether you liked it, cared for it, felt it or not, Bernie took his train, drove it off the tracks into your house.
Okay.
And Bernie Mac. So I've been on stage every night with these dudes. When you've been the only giant on the stage, and you got to share a stage with another giant, there should be a sense of humility about that. There should be a sense of respect. And right now, it just ain't no respect. You understand? So now, I don't wait until the last day to say what I'm saying, but it's just respect, brother. Look, I ain't mad at you for getting yours. Get yours. You got a good little career going. Go and get it. But you got to get this little career going about 20 years. Everybody hot. It's like this here. You can have a hot plate of food at Christmas, or you can have a warm meal all year long. Now, which one you want? I thought we was cool. I give him love every time, had him on my show every time. But if you're going to do another stick, just tell the brother that you're sticking with. Dog, I'm going to be dogging you on the radio. But it's just, we just moving tickets. Then we can go in the huddle and go, let it break. But now, don't just do it. Then I come time and I hear about it. Because then tonight, now I just going to do what I do. I don't say nothing negative. My show is my show.
Looking at my Gucci, it's almost that time. Ladies and gentlemen, I cannot wait to get to Detroit. I know what you heard. I know what people been saying. I promise you, they over-exaggerated. I am on my way. And if you like me, you should be there. And if you don't like me, you should be there.